I mean, that has always been the big problem with PC gaming, right? That your PC has to handle it. They can make the best game in the world if the customer's PC doesn't handle it. Which is why, in my opinion, World of Warcraft was such a success. World of Warcraft worked on so many PCs back then, which is why I think it was so successful. WoW again? WoW was just a great example of how it was done the right way. At 15 FPS. We didn't care about 15 FPS back then. Once again, I once told my saddest story. I told that story many times. The saddest story that I have as a kid. I swear on everything, this is a true story. I told the story often. When I was a kid, it was the year 2001. A new game came out. A game that would revolutionize the world. And the game was called Black and White. The game was called Black and White. Unbelievable game. I don't know why they're not making a new one. What even happened to Lionhead Studios? Look at that. Back in the day, you had like a book and stuff. That was a really good game. And here's a story of how sad it was back then. In that game, you are a god and you have to take care of your believers and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. What happened in this game is I would install this game on my family computer, which was a trash computer because we had no money. And what would happen is the following. First of all, I have to explain something. In the game Black and White, you are a god. And your power, how strong your character is, depends on how many people pray to you. Okay, that's kind of the concept. As I'm playing the game, I could always play for 5 seconds with 15 FPS, and then there would be 5 seconds a black screen, but still with sound. I was too young at 10, right? It was 2001. Nobody knew anything about computers. I was too young to understand that the graphic card, the computer, couldn't handle this game. So what I thought, little ghetto Tommy, I thought the people are not believing in me enough, which is why I have a black screen. It's like, I'm a god, they don't believe in me, so the black screen means they don't believe in me. I literally thought the game breaking my PC is part of the gameplay. Because we didn't know any better. We didn't know any better. Dude, it was normal to us. I would literally play this game on 15 FPS. And half the time black screen, and I would still play it and not complain because there was nothing better. That was life. We didn't have any phones. We didn't have any shit. I literally finished the first mission in these environments because we just didn't know any better. It was our life as poor little young gamers. And that is insane to me. I will play World of Warcraft 30 FPS. I will be in Molten Core. I remember, I will play World of Warcraft Vanilla with my enhancement shaman, and I will be in Molten Core. And my game would just crash the whole time. We would fight Ragnaros, and I couldn't do anything. It was way too laggy. That was the old days, man. Nowadays, I sit here with 3090 and 2 screens. It's ridiculous, man. Gotta stay humble, brother. Unreal Tournament 2004, my birthday, and 1 year later, a DVD drive to install it. When I was young, I got a game in like a magazine. I still play today Axis and Allies from Atari. You know, this is nostalgia, right? With older people like me. Back then, man, all these games were so epic. Like, back then, everything had this magic to it. Nowadays, you play like a game like GTA 5, which is so impressive in what it is, in its technology. It's so impressive, right? But it doesn't touch you like a game from 2005. Because back then, there was this... A lot of older people in chat will understand this. There was this magic. And that's why I always sim for World of Warcraft so much. World of Warcraft was the peak and climax of that magic. First games I remember were just text. Yeah, that's too old even for me. The first game I ever remember is my dad playing is... I don't even know what that game is. Day of the Tentacle, and some game where you were an old man and you had to fight a robot, and he had like a staff, and he was always throwing shit. And then I remember, obviously we had the first Game Boy, so Super Mario 64, but I never really saw that. And then I will never forget, there's things you just don't forget. I will never forget. You know, after school, there's the Horde in Germany. After school, because your mom is still working, you have to go to a thing where there's some adults and you just play with your friends. Like after school or something, I don't know what you call it. I'm coming in, I never forget this. This is crazy, man. I was fucking 9 years old or something. I come in and I sit down, right? And I'm playing with toys like a young kid with Lego. Beep boop bop, I'm a fucking kid, blah blah blah. And Michael, I still remember his full name. He would come in after school, he would sit down, and for the first time ever, he wouldn't play with me. He wouldn't play games with me. And he would sit down, and he got out, he got this thing, and he's like, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Right? This is brand new. Nobody knew this. I'm like, Michael, what the fuck you doing, man? Why don't we play Just Catch Me If You Can? Shut up, Tom. Shut up. And what the fuck's he doing? And I remember everything, man. This is crazy. So I go over to him. What are you doing, man? And I remember he was playing Pokemon Blue. He had Squirtle, and he was about to fight Brock in the first city. I'll never forget this. And my life changed forever. Forever, ever, ever. I was like, what the fuck? Pokemon as a video game, and you can walk free. It's no 2D side-scroller. It's literally a free roaming game, and you can catch every Pokemon. It changed the world, man. He popped my cherry in a way. Dude, it was mind-blowing back then, man. Pokemon Blue and Red were completely mind-blowing. It was ridiculous what these games could do. An open world game back then was like, what the fuck? And then everyone in class played Pokemon. If you didn't play Pokemon, you got bullied. Me, I went to McDonald's to play N64 first time in Smash Bros. Dude, I would live next to a supermarket, and the supermarket had, do you guys remember when you were younger that supermarkets had built-in gaming consoles as commercials, but in the end, only little monkey kids will be there all day? I'm losing my hero. And I remember every day, me and my friends would go there to play N64 side-scroller, and you were Yoshi from Nintendo. And we would go there every day. And one day, the boss of the supermarket was like, you fucking kids, get the fuck out, you dumb fuckers. This is not for you. Yoshi Island. And she will ban us. She will be like, you're banned to play forever. Good old times, man. Good old times.